Have you ever walked through a crowd, feeling like an outsider staring in, a man forged by battles no one else can see? Do you carry scars that sharpen your edge but also cut deeper than you'd admit? Ever wonder why solitude feels like home, yet leaves you restless? You're not broken, you're a Sigma shaped by fire. Welcome to the Sigma male community, where we strip down the masks and face the raw truth of who we are. Today we're diving into 11 common things Sigma males with trauma do, behaviors that aren't flaws but weapons honed by survival. These are the instincts that kept you standing, but they're also the chains you can break. Buckle up, because this isn't just a video, it's a mirror, a challenge, and a call to rise. 1. The fortress of solitude, beyond chosen isolation. Solitude isn't a luxury for you, it's a fortress, a steel-walled sanctuary where chaos can't touch you. Trauma didn't just teach you to enjoy your own company, it turned isolation into a reflex, a shield against the unpredictable shrapnel of human connection. You thrive in the quiet because it's the one place where you dictate the rules, where no one can betray or disappoint you. But here's the catch: that fortress, built to protect, doubles as a cage. The control you crave comes at a price, profound loneliness that gnaws at you even as you guard the gates. It's not peace you're guarding, it's a battlefield you refuse to leave. Picture yourself as a lone sentinel atop a tower, scanning the horizon for threats that may never come. The Stoics would nod at your discipline, your ability to stand apart, but they'd also ask, how long will you let old wars define your borders? Resilience isn't just enduring alone, it's knowing when to step beyond the walls. You're not weak for wanting connection, you're human. The fortress kept you alive, but it doesn't have to be your forever home. 2. The invisible armor, emotional suppression as survival. You don't just hide your feelings, you forge them into an invisible armor, a barricade so seamless even you forget it's there. Emotions aren't a language you speak, they're a virus you've learned to quarantine, locking them behind logic and grit. Tears? Rage? Joy? They're all threats to the system, risks that could crack your carefully coded exterior. But suppressed emotions don't sleep. They fester, seeping out as clenched fists, sharp words, or a hollow ache you can't name. That armor's kept you alive, but it's also dulled the edges of what makes life worth living. Think of a river dammed too long, eventually the pressure warps the structure. The Stoics didn't banish emotions, they mastered them, channeling what's useful and releasing what's not. Your strength isn't in the suppression, it's in the choice to feel without breaking. You've carried this weight like a soldier. Now imagine the power in laying it down, not out of weakness but out of wisdom. You're not a machine, you're a man who's earned the right to live fully. 3. The blueprint of distrust, authority as inherent threat. Authority isn't just a red flag, it's a loaded gun pointed at your independence. Parents who failed you, bosses who exploited you, systems that crushed you, they've etched a truth into your core. Power over you equals danger. You don't bend to rules, you dissect them, hunting for the trapdoors and puppet strings. This isn't rebellion for the sake of it, it's survival, a radar that pings every time someone tries to steer your ship. But that same radar blinds you to the allies who could lift you higher, turning every handshake into a potential handcuff. Imagine a wolf snarling at shadows, missing the pack that could hunt beside him. The Stoics prized rational judgment. Distrust can be a tool, not a tyrant. You've seen the worst of control, but not every leader is a jailer. The trick is discernment. Wield your skepticism like a blade, not a blindfold. You're not here to bow, but you don't have to fight every battle alone. Strength is in standing tall, not standing apart. 4. The perfectionism trap, where excellence becomes a cage. Perfection isn't your goal, it's your shield, a fortress against the whispers of doubt that echo from old wounds. Every task is a proving ground, every flaw a chink in your armor that could expose you to judgment. You don't just aim high, you demand the impossible because anything less feels like a confession of failure. But this relentless chase traps you in cycles, stalling out of fear, grinding yourself to dust, never satisfied with the win. Excellence is your banner, but it's also your ball and chain. Picture a sculptor chiseling endlessly at a statue already flawless to the world, only he sees the cracks. The Stoics would salute your effort, but they'd warn against tying your worth to the unachievable. True mastery isn't perfection, it's progress, the courage to act despite the flaws. You're not here to be judged, you're here to build. Drop the trap and let the man you are outshine the ideal you chase. 5. The self-reliance paradox, hyperindependence as self-sabotage. Asking for help feels like handing someone a loaded gun and pointing it at your chest. You've built your world brick by brick, alone because relying on others once left you bleeding. Independence isn't just your strength, it's your gospel, a creed that says no one can fail you if you never let them in. But the weight of carrying it all solo is crushing. Missed chances, burned-out edges, and a pride that isolates you more than it protects. You're a one-man army, but even legends need reinforcements. The Stoics revered self-reliance, yet they knew no man is an island. Picture a warrior refusing a sword because he didn't forge it himself. He'd lose the war out of stubbornness. Your power isn't diminished by leaning on others, it's multiplied. The paradox is this: true independence is choosing when to stand alone and when to stand stronger with a crew. You've proven you can survive, now prove you can thrive. Right now, watching this on the Sigma Male Community channel, hear this loud and clear: you're not weak. You've built a survival system so advanced it's damn near art. But surviving isn't the end game, thriving is. That armor you wear, the walls, the control, it saved you once, but now it's dragging you down, clouding your sight, capping your potential. You didn't claw through hell to live half a life behind barricades. The real Sigma move? Smarter control, knowing when to wear the armor and when to shed it for the next climb. Audit your system because you're built for more than endurance. 6. The analysis paralysis, social interactions as minefields. Every conversation is a chessboard, and you're 3 moves ahead before the first word lands. Your mind doesn't chat, it scans, decoding every glance, every pause for signs of deceit or danger. This isn't shyness, it's a combat mode forged by past stabs in the back. While others trade small talk, you're running a mental war room, exhausting yourself to stay untouchable. The cost? You're a spectator in your own life, too busy mapping threats to step into the game. Think of a hawk perched high, watching but never landing, safe but alone. The Stoics leaned on reason, but they lived in the moment, not in endless calculations. You can't outthink every risk, and not every smile hides a knife. Lower the scope, breathe and engage. Real strength is in presence, not prediction. You're not here to analyze life, you're here to live it. 7. The intimacy evasion, vulnerability as system crash. Closeness feels like handing over the keys to your fortress with no guarantee they won't burn it down. You can laugh, flirt, even love, until the walls get too thin and then you're gone, a ghost slipping out before anyone gets too deep. It's not cruelty, it's code, a failsafe that screams vulnerability equals annihilation. You want the warmth, but the risk of being seen, really seen, triggers every alarm you've got. So you pull the plug, leaving behind what could have been for the safety of what you know. Imagine a castle with no doors, impregnable but empty. The Stoics knew that courage isn't just facing enemies, it's facing yourself. Intimacy isn't a crash, it's a choice to stand tall in the open. You've mastered dodging bullets, now master the strength to take a hand. You're not protecting wounds, you're preserving a half-life. Dare to unlock the gate. 8. The ghost in the machine, unconscious self-sabotage. Success feels too good, so you trip the wire yourself. Sick days before the big win, arguments when peace gets close. It's not bad luck, it's a glitch, a shadow program from trauma that whispers stability is a trap. You've survived chaos so long that calm feels like a setup, so you torch the bridge before it's built. This isn't failure chasing you, it's you running from the unknown of thriving. The ghost keeps you safe in struggle, but it's stealing your shot at more. The Stoics would grab you by the shoulders and say, know thyself or lose thyself. Shine a light on that ghost, name it, track it, kill it. You're not doomed to repeat the cycle, you're wired to break it. Mastery isn't just winning, it's stopping the sabotage. You've got the tools, use them to build, not burn. 9. The relentless engine, workaholism as emotional avoidance. Work isn't your passion, it's your bunker, a machine you crank to drown out the silence where ghosts live. You pile on tasks, chase goals, run on fumes because stopping means facing what's buried, pain, questions, truths. The grind's your shield, your drug, a rhythm so loud it keeps the past at bay. But the engine's overheating and you're still running, afraid the quiet will swallow you whole. You're not driven, you're escaping. A Stoic would pause and ask, what's the end game? Work serves you, not the other way around. Balance isn't weakness, it's power, the kind that lets you face the stillness and win. You're not a cog, You're a man with a mind that can rest and still rule. Slow the engine and you'll find the strength you've been outrunning isn't in motion, it's in you. 10. The phantom pain, nostalgia and rumination loops. Your mind's a time machine stuck in reverse, replaying old wounds like a film you can't pause. Every betrayal, every loss, you dissect them, analyze them, live them again as if solving the puzzle will change the ending. It's not memory, it's a loop, a prison where you're both warden and inmate. The past keeps you sharp, sure, but it also keeps you stuck, bleeding from cuts that aren't even there anymore. You're fighting shadows instead of the day in front of you. The Stoics would slap that remote out of your hand, yesterday's gone and you're not its slave. Presence is your weapon, wield it. You can't rewrite what happened, but you can write what's next. Cut the loop and the phantom fades, your power's in now, not then. You're not a relic, you're a force. 11. The contained inferno, masked rage and passive aggression. Anger doesn't roar out of you, it smolders, a fire you've banked under ice. You don't scream, you slice with sarcasm, freeze with silence, push with quiet defiance. It's controlled, subtle, a way to vent the fury from old injustices without breaking your Sigma code. But that inferno doesn't just burn outward, it corrodes you, your peace, your bonds. You're not weak for feeling it, you're human for hiding it wrong. Think of a volcano capped too long, pressure builds and the eruption's inevitable. The Stoics didn't bury rage, they tamed it, turned it into focus. Let it out clean, direct, not sideways, and you'll light up the dark instead of poisoning it. You're not here to simmer, you're here to blaze. Own the fire and it'll forge you anew. Here at the Sigma Male community we don't just name the shadows, we hand you the torch to burn them away. These 11 truths aren't your limits, they're your launchpad, proof of your grit and a map to your greatness. Reflect on this, act on it, and own your path, because you're not just a survivor, you're a Sigma rewriting the game. If this hit you hard, smash that like button, drop a comment with your story, share it with the brothers who need it, and hit that bell. Don't miss the next strike of wisdom. We're a tribe of warriors building unshakable strength and you're part of it. Rise up, stay Sigma, and let's keep this fire roaring.